Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Lokik, and today I'll be teaching you all bubble sort. It's an algorithm for sorting, and sorting means basically we are rearranging all the elements in an array in whether descending or ascending order. So right now we'll be using bubble sort to sort an array in an ascending order. So this means that uh, the first element will be lower than the second element so like this is my first element which will be less than my second element which will be less than my third element. This is an ascending order and we will be uh, sorting the array in this order. Now bubble sort what we do we basically have passes and in all these passes we rearrange a particular number, a particular index, and we rearrange it in such a way that the most highest value will come at the last index. So basically, consider this as a water sea or maybe a water body, and the higher the weight is, the more it will sink. So this is sink, and this is like the surface. So the higher it is, it will sink. The lower it is, it will be on the surface. So consider it like that way. It's just a water body, and we'll have passes. And in each pass, we'll make sure that a particular value will go to one end. That is, it will sink the higher value. So see here that we have we'll just iterate, and now I'm going to show you how the passes work. So just going through first pass, see we have element 0 here. So we'll begin with the index 0 and compare it with the second index that is 1. So in bubble sort, what we do, the basic instinct is that we'll in a pass we'll go through all elements and we'll just compare two values, like these two values, then these two values, then these two values, and then these two values. And if the first value is less than the second value, we'll just pass. But if the value of first is greater than the second value, we'll basically swap them. Okay. So here, let's just go with our pass first. First of all, we'll see in this value. Okay, so is 2 greater than 7? No, it is not. So it will stay here and this will stay here. Now in our second comparison, we'll check whether 7 is greater than 4. Yes, it is greater than 4. So what we'll do, yeah, I'll just make another one here. So 2 will be here, but now 7 is greater than 4, which means that they will swap. So we'll have a temporary variable which will store the value of 7 here, and we'll just swap it with 4, and then we make sure that 7 is here. Okay, now this is the second iteration. After that, we will compare these two. Now 7 is greater than 1. This means that we have to swap them, and it will be converted to 2, 4. Here it will be 1, here it will be 7, and 5. We just swap them. Like now my temp variable, it will store again 7 and it will just swap here. Now again going on to the last iteration we will compare these two. It will be like this 2, 4, 1. Now because 7 is greater than 5, we will swap them. 5 will come here and 7 will come here. Now see, in all these iterations, at the end, we see that the highest value came to the edge, like it sank. So this is how all the passes will work, and the amount of passes is equivalent to the numbers we have. Like here we have 5 numbers, so the passes will be equal to 5. We have to make 5 passes in total. So this was the first pass. Now considering second pass, again I'll show you, like for reference, the last value we had was this one here. So we'll make here 2, 4, 1, 5, 7. Again, we'll start from here, 2 and 4, first index, like 0th index. So here you see that 2 is less than 4, nothing will happen. Then we'll go on to here, like 4 is greater than 1. So here the swap will happen. It will be 1 and 4. Now again, you see compare this. 4 is less than 5, so nothing will happen. And 5 is less than 7, so nothing will happen. This was pass 2. Now going on to pass 3, the same will be copied. Now we this is this element. Yeah. Now we'll see whether 2 is greater than 1. It is greater than 1, so here swap will happen. So here we'll put 1 and 2 1 2 here. Now we'll check up for these two. 2 is less than 4, no, nothing will happen. And 4 is less than 5, nothing will happen. 5 is less than 7, nothing will happen. This is our pass third. Likewise, pass 4 and pass 5 will happen, but nothing will be changed because we can see that it is already sorted. But because bubble sort goes for all the passes, like passes is equal to n, so it will check for all the passes. And for pass 4 and pass 5, it won't do any uh, swaps, although it will do all the comparisons. So just to write a pseudocode for this, we can see that first of all, we are doing, like, I'll show you. First of all, we are doing for I will go from 0 to n minus 2, because in the last comparison, we are not comparing it with the next element. So that's why we just have to iterate till this point, till I minus 1, till n minus 1. N is my uh, not n minus 1. Basically, in array indexing, we have if n is equal to 5, so this index is 4. So we'll just make sure that the for loop is still this index, which is 3. So we'll do n minus 2. So that's what we are doing here. And then we are comparing if my a of I is greater than my a of I plus 1, then I'll swap these elements. Just like we did. Like if it is greater than the previous element is greater than my next element, then I'll just swap them. Okay. So that's how we do it. And because this iteration is being done for all the n values, like this is a pass, so this is being done for all the n values. So we'll also write one for loop here for k, that is it will go from 0 to n minus 1. So this is inside all that for loop. Okay. So just to check its time complexity, we know that this is O of n. This is also O of n, and this comparison is constant, so it won't matter. We can consider it as O of 1. So the total time complexity will be O of n, uh, because this n is inside this for loop is inside this, so it will be into O of n, which will give us time complexity as O of n square, which is not very good for a sorting element, not good for a sorting element, for a sorting algorithm. So we have good algorithms other than bubble sort, but this is a very easy and simple sort method that we can use. So just to conclude this, it's like we compare two values at once, and then we'll just swap them if the first value is is greater than the second value, and that's how we'll do it for all the passes. And this is how the heavier the material, the heavier the greater the value is, it will sink more in the water body. Just like here, it will go to the edge of the index. Like if it is ascending, it will go to the right edge. If it is descending, it will go to the left edge based on what comparison we are doing. That's it for today's lecture. Thank you so much. And if you have any queries, you can just drop down a comment and I'll try to answer them all. Thank you and have a good day.